Hi, everyone. I'm Rene with the American School of Hypnosis, and we have
Hi everyone, this is Raluca.
Raluca with us. Hi, Raluca.
Yes. Hi.
And today we're going to speak about the law of attraction. We've had a lot of people ask us about it. There's been a lot of curiosity, and it's being taught everywhere. The problem is, it's being taught so simply that we're getting a lot of people saying, well, it's not working for me. It's not working. Why isn't it working? So we thought we would
Mhm.
do like a kind of quick law of attraction 101 video today to talk to you a little bit about what it is, how to use it, why it works and why it doesn't work. And most importantly, when you use it to get what you want, how long does it take? So these are a lot of the major questions that we get. And we thought we'd start out with that. So, what I thought I'd do is I actually made a list of questions here. And we're just going to kind of jump right in. So, Raluca, I'm going to ask you to start with this one. What do you think the law of attraction is? What is it to you?
Well, the law of attraction was made popular by the very famous movie The Secret, right? So the law of attraction states that like attracts like. Simple as that, right? That's the law of attraction. But there's a little bit more to that, though, because a lot of people understand. Because we created some shorts recently having to do with the law of attraction. And people are confused about how to use this. I mean, I had some people say I'm part of a cult, which was weird. Law of attraction, yes, is like attracts like, but you can't just sit there wishfully thinking and hoping that a bag of money or health to come into your life. You have to actually do stuff. But the law of attraction is like attracts like. Whatever you put your focus on, with intention, with fortitude, I think you will eventually attract into your life. Either is good or bad, and that's how it works.
Okay, one thing I want to add to that, just as a correction, okay,
Okay.
the way you said it was made possible by The Secret. Actually, the law of attraction
It was
is
made
an eternal
popular.
law, made popular. There we go. I just
Popular,
wanted
yeah.
to make that correction because I know I saw a bunch of eyeballs going up saying, no, they didn't. It's
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
around. Okay, it's
Uh-huh.
the law of attraction is something that works whether you want it to or don't, because you always get what you focus on. People say, nah, that doesn't work. It won't for you because you're focusing on it not working. Okay,
Hmm.
but it's always been around. But The Secret made it popular. They kind of brought it to the surface. And if you haven't seen
Exactly.
it, that was a great movie and book, and so it's out everywhere. Uh,
Yeah, I said
you'll
they
find
made it popular, but yeah, it's been
okay.
around. Like even in the show, there's in the beginning talk about the emerald tablets and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah,
Okay, now I noticed
yeah.
we have a few people coming on, so if you have questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we have time. We'll discuss those too. So if nothing
Hmm.
else, just come in, say hi, let us know who you are, where you're from. So number two, how does it work? Well, Raluca kind of hit on that. The whole idea of the secrets, the law of attraction is it's how to attract things. The law of attraction. So manifesting, in other words, and everyone knows what manifesting is. That's a whole different title. But whatever you truly desire, if you've ever seen the movie Lucifer, what do you desire? He always says that to people. And so whatever you truly want, you can attract to you. And because we are creating beings, if you think of it, okay, I speak a lot about how we're a mixture of spiritual and physical beings. The spiritual part is, through our mind, through our emotion, we're connected to the universe, we're connected to each other. So anything that you focus on, you attract to you, and that's the whole creation process. Everything around us, if you look at all the really cool things behind Raluca there in her room, okay, all she's a perfumologist. And everything in my room, every single one of those objects were thought of before they were created. So in this fourth dimension, spiritual world, subconscious world, You had to think of somebody thought of the product and created it in their mind. So that was the primary place of creation. I mean, this picture behind me with the right over there with the dog with the headphones on. Okay,
It's
somebody
cute.
had a good sense of humor first of all, but then they created it in their mind. But in their mind, it probably had rainbows coming out of it, and music, and he was animated. But that's the best he can do with what we have in this earthly, plane.
Yeah.
So that thought became the things. Everything that you see here, everything, my shirt, I hate to say it, but my Dunkin' Donuts coffee,
Here we
the
go.
thought became the thing. And that's what the law of attraction is about. Thoughts become things. But I think with the secrets, people are always thinking, well, I should get everything I want. Yeah, but you get
Hmm.
everything you don't want to, whatever
Yeah.
you're focusing on. And that's what I hear a lot. Well, I have misery, I have sickness, I have that. I know people who are sick and they're constantly focusing on their sickness and they're constantly advertising it and telling people and having these meetings with their friends. So, what are you doing? You're attracting more and more and more of it. However,
It
if
sort of
you start
becomes
saying,
part of your identity eventually, right? Because you have your
exactly,
own bias, your own filter. And when you think about things in life have related to wealth or health, you form an attachment and you have a bias, you have a filter, and you look for things that click with your filter, with what you believe.
it's
That's
interesting.
how,
If you look at
yeah.
people, if you want to find out what someone's focusing on, look at the life they have
Hmm.
because you are a result of your focus. Your life is a result of what you're thinking about, what you desire, the people you hang out with, the things you do. So, somebody that has a really miserable life, I mean, miserable constantly, chances are they might be miserable inside as well.
Yeah, there's
It's funny
something going
because
on. Yeah.
yeah, in the midst of all this turmoil, some people like just you can't knock them down. They're on top of their game all the time, but they're positive and they're thinking positive. And so that's what, thoughts become things. So that's pretty much how it works is what you focus on. The subconscious mind will always give you what you focus on. It cannot not do that. That's its job. That's its
Hmm.
connection to the universe. So anything you focus on immediately, right now, because now is the moment of change, it immediately gets created in the universal consciousness or in the subconscious or in the spirit world, whatever you want to call it. It immediately gets created there. So I am rich. I want to be rich. Okay. And richness is there. But then you have to get it from there to here. How do you do that? Through your focus, through your constantly living as if you are. Okay. I thought maybe I was on the wrong section. You have
No.
to live the way you want to be. I am healthy. I am healthy. You can't say I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Why am I not getting it? I feel sick. Okay, because you have to stay with the I am healthy. And it's almost like your subconscious mind looks at you and says, "Ooh, he's healthy. We got to make him healthy." Because that's what you're focusing on and it has to give it to you. But if you're saying I'm healthy, you're saying it, words are cheap. You can say it and say it and say it all you want, but you feel miserable and you feel like, oh, this just isn't working. Where's your focus? On this just isn't working and you're going to get more of it.
Yeah.
One thing I like to tell people is you can't be something or attract something that you're not already. So if you're a miserable person, you can't attract happiness because you're not on that frequency. And that's the biggest key is
Hmm.
you need to be on the same frequency. Think of it that way. Have you ever gone into a music store or a place that sells musical instruments? If you have or if you haven't, go do it and try this. Especially a piano store, this works great. If they have a bunch of pianos, go to one piano and click on or and hit one key, like the key of C, and listen. Have somebody next to the other pianos. You're going to hear that key of C resonate with another piano because like attracts like. So if you hear ding, you're going to hear ding, ding very lightly.
Yeah.
Or if you do it with a guitar, you hit a certain string, you're going to hear the other guitar strings resonate. That's how, that resonation works. Okay. The frequency works. Like attracts like. So, or like a radio station, if you tune into 97.5, you only pick up 97.5. You're not going to get 80.2. You have to be on the same frequency. So, if you're living happy and I am happy and I want more happiness and I want to stay happy, you're resonating that throughout the universe, and happiness is attracted to you. But if you say, I want to be happy, but you're miserable, that's like being on radio station 80 and saying, which is rock and roll, and saying, where's the country music from 90, 97.5? Where is it? Or you're on 80. You might want it, but you're not on the right frequency. I'm jumping from different frequencies, from music to radio
Yeah,
but
but
just
it
to
all
give you the
ties
idea.
in. That's why I put number 3, what stands in the way of manifesting, because you're heading and you talking about that. So yeah, it's all connected.
And while we're on that, what stands in the way of manifesting? The only thing that stands in the way is yourself. You want something, but you're acting the
Mhm.
opposite. So you need to act, you need to believe, you need to feel what you want, because you can't get what you are not. Why can I never get wealth? Why can I never have wealth? Because you're spending it like crazy, being, a spendthrift. You have to be that. You have to be on the same wavelength. Other things that
And
stand
yeah.
in there is negativity. Like the
Mhm.
people that say, well, that doesn't work for me. Instead of trying to change their mind, I go, you're right, because you believe it doesn't. There's a saying that we used to teach people, or we still do, is to be blank, act blank. So to be happy, act happy. To be wealthy, act wealthy. But, and we are actors in this life. It's like this life is our stage or our, movie theater, and you're creating your life. So whatever kind of life you want, you're an actor. You need to act it, but not a B actor. You need to be a top a top ranked actor, and not just convince everybody else, because that's what we try to do. We try to convince everybody else. I'm this, I'm that.
That's like
But
fake. Yeah, that's fake. You want to be,
right, convince
yeah.
yourself. Convince yourself.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in The Secret is this guy is sitting in his recliner, and he wants a sports car. He's sitting in his recliner and he's got his eyes closed, and you see him with his hand going, waving at people, and sorry, folks. I know in today's age he was driving a stick shift, but but he's driving and waving and everything. You see what I mean? Even though he
Mhm.
doesn't have the car, he's acting as if he does. So he
Mhm.
does have it. It's just a matter of the universe filing everything properly and giving him what he already has.
So, what do you say to people that, because we have gotten this question probably 1,000 times? So you should I lie? Isn't this like lying to myself? Like, what? I mean, we get this so much.
Wah, wah,
Yeah,
wah.
is this lying to myself? And
That's
I'm
an
thinking,
excuse.
yeah, it's an excuse, but like, you're,
Let me answer that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's to me that's an excuse, but usually it's from people that don't understand. No, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
lying. Remember when I said when you want something in your mind, okay, the subconscious mind, the subconscious, okay, which is run by your sixth sense. There's a conscious mind, which has your five senses: sight, sound, taste, sound, and
Smell.
hearing. No, I know it's the five senses. I missed one of them, but that's the conscious world. Then you have the sixth sense, which is the subconscious. It's a whole different world. We, with the conscious world, live in the, let's look at it this way, the third dimension. The subconscious is the fourth dimension, which is a spiritual, which is run by imagination, emotions, all these things you can't touch. So it doesn't include the others. So what you're doing is the two different worlds operating by two different standards. They look the same. They look different. They are different. They're completely different languages. So what you need to do is you're ordering what you want in a different language. And the language
Mhm.
of the subconscious mind is you always get what you want. You always get what you are. So in order to say, I want this, I want that, it doesn't understand past, or future. It only understands now. Now is a moment of change in the subconscious. That's why it always happens now. So if you want to be wealthy, you need to say, I am wealthy, and you need to believe it. And it's created on the other side. So you're not talking to your spouse or to somebody else in this world. That would be lying. You're speaking another language that the subconscious understands. You're speaking the spiritual language, and it only understands what you are, and it gives you what
Mhm.
you are. So if you want something different than what you have now, you need to change. In order to change, there needs to be change. But you're not lying, you're just using a different language for what you want. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I have a great relationship. Whether you do or
Mhm.
not, you're speaking another language, and that's how you attract. Oh, and like I said, words don't matter. You're speaking another language, but the
Yeah.
speaking helps you to think and focus and imagine and feel it. That's the only way you're going to get on that frequency, is to speak about what you want.
When Rennie talks about what you are, when you attract what you are, what he means is what you program, what's running in your subconscious mind. Because a lot of people, I think that's the thing that people have a hard time with. When they hear you attract what you are, they really don't get it. They really don't understand. And the answer to that is you attract what you are, what your, like I said earlier, your bias is, your programming is. What kind of a program? Yeah, you have to analyze it. What kind of a programming do you have when it comes to money or health? Because, and also, whatever you saw when you were a little kid is very well imprinted in your subconscious mind, in your programming, and how you react to events in life today. So that's very important. And also, most people say, I want this, and someday I'll get that, and when I get this, and then I'll be happy. And that's a really good thing to look at, right? It's not when I'll get this, because it's almost like trying to be happy. Like we're a society, I think, is like, when I get to be a multimillionaire, then I'll be happy. You know how insane that sounds? You have to say I am now, and I am. Why do you think that not Harvecker, although he has a really great exercise when it comes to law of attraction, the other gentleman that wrote a book, The Power of Now, right? Why do you think that one is so popular? It's
I
because
could toll, yeah.
you, what stands in the way of your manifesting is you thinking I'll be happy when, but you got to be happy now, because tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow is a result of your
Mhm.
state of being now.
Now is the moment to change. So if you
Hmm.
say, uh, I want to have this, in a year or whatever, the
Yep.
subconscious mind says,
Hmm.
okay, I'll wait. Oh, I have a cold. It's going to take 6 days to go away. Okay, let's wait.
Hmm.
Or you could say, I am healthy. And boom, now you can change right now, because just think of it. When you're sick, you have a cold, you think it's going to take a week down the road. You ever notice how you go from having a cold to not having it? When it happens in a moment. Now, why did you have to wait a week for that to happen? Why don't you do it right now? And you can. I am healthy, but
Yeah.
the frequency, you need to be on the frequency, not just the words. You need to believe it, you need to feel it. So you are there.
I
That's
heard a
the whole
guy in a
idea.
YouTube video said, you can say I'm a millionaire until you turn green in your face, but if that's something you don't believe, that's some programming that you have, doesn't, you're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen.
Well, at least his
Because,
face turned green, right?
yeah,
Like money.
like the green giant. Ha ha ha.
Okay, how to supercharge it. This is one of my favorites. How to supercharge your desires. Remember, I
Mm,
said we're conscious beings, a blending of conscious and subconscious. So I guess you could say we're conscious, spiritual beings living in a physical world. However, the physical world works according to the five senses. The spiritual works according to the sixth sense. Okay. So using the sixth sense traits in your desires, in what you want, will make them come so much stronger. And what's that? Imagination
yeah.
and emotion. emotion especially. So when you want something, it's kind of like, okay, I want, let's say, I want a new boat. Ooh, okay, now we're talking about boating. You see me perk up? Okay, I want a new boat. So I sit there and I close my eyes and I imagine it. This is the boat I want. I want a 45-foot yacht with a this and a that. And I'm getting really specific. Boom, it's created on the other side. Now, how do I supercharge that? I get emotional. Okay. I want this to have twin 250 horsepower engines. I want it to have a full galley with this and that, with a
We'll be here for a
refrigerator, a
while,
stove.
folks.
Yeah. And coffee makers. And you see, the more detail and the more exciting you can make it emotional, the faster you're going to get it. So when you have your desires, you say, let's say right now you want more money. So you say, I want, not I want, I have $100,000. Okay. Think of that right now. I have $100,000. Are you excited about that? Do you feel excited, emotional? A lot of people, I know myself, I have $100,000. Like, yeah, it doesn't excite me because it has to be more than you already have. More, the goal has to be really exciting. Well, I have $500,000. Now I'm getting excited. What can I do with $500,000? I
Buy a
have
boat.
two. Yeah. Okay. I have $2 million. Now I see that boat. Okay. That's why I'm building one. Okay. Instead. But $2 million is exciting. It's emotional and it draws things faster to you. And if you don't believe me, think about it. When you're upset, think of that. When you're upset and you just say, I'm upset, you could probably get over it. But when you get really emotional, I'm so upset, I'm mad, and you really go off you notice how fast your life goes downhill, how fast everything seems to go wrong. In my case, I drop things all the time because I don't like to bend down and pick them up off the floor. My back. But, but, when you get upset, things seem to spiral. When you get emotional, they spiral downward. So if you can do the same thing for the positive, when you're
Yeah, why not?
happy,
Hmm.
be emotional happiness, spiral upward. So, I mean, yesterday, I didn't even tell Raluca this. Yesterday, we came back from Market Basket, was the grocery store, and we got out of the car. She was, I got the groceries and I started walking, and she was in the back of the car getting more stuff organized. And I walked around one of the neighbors' cars, taking a shortcut to get to our stairs. And I saw a dime, yes, 10 cents on the ground. It's in my coat, look at coat pocket. Anyways, I looked down and I said, and I'm holding all the groceries and I go, a dime. I mean,
That was my money, man. That was
I did that with
mine.
a penny. I did that with a
I
penny. I
didn't
get
know
all
you did that.
excited. I put down all my groceries, reached down, grabbed that dime, and was like excited. I put it in my pocket. Why? Because if I walk by a dime and leave it there, what am I
Hmm.
showing the universe? I'm saying I want money. I want money. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. And he says, okay, there's a dime. Because to the universe, a dime or $1 million doesn't matter. He's not making it. Okay. He's just delivering it. Well, he delivered me a dime. And if I walk past that, like somebody else will get it, what does that show about my desire for wealth? You see what I mean? So when you find a
Hmm.
dime or a penny, pick it up and be ridiculously excited. And remember, I've done that with Raluca a few times too. Raluca, look, I found the penny. I found the penny. I mean, people are thinking, that poor unfortunate man, that lady should really take him home. It's like, because I'm just so crazy. But the whole
Hmm.
idea is I'm creating the excitement, I'm creating attraction and bringing more of it to me. So that's the reason.
Do you guys
Not
know
as
what?
crazy as I look.
Right. Do you guys know the where the word emotion comes from?
Mm-mm.
The word emotion comes from Latin. In Latin, emotere means energy in motion.
Wow. I didn't know that because everything is energy,
Yes.
energy in motion. So,
So it's very important.
Emotion supercharges. Oh, that's what I was going to say before. When you have a
Yeah.
desire, look at your
Yeah.
desire as a car. Okay. So here's this vehicle. That's your desire. Imagination is the gasoline you put in the car. So, so you have this stationary car that doesn't do anything. Okay. But when you put gas, now it starts to move. Okay. Emotion is putting nitrous oxide. Emotion supercharges the gas. So now when you
Energy
get
in motion.
emotional about this and you imagine it, shoom, you see how much faster it goes? So you got your desire, then imagination to get the desire moving, and emotion to supercharge it. Now the fun part. How long does it take, Raluca? Okay, I've been wanting this new boat. How long is it going to take to get here?
Until you get it. If you really, really want something, guys, like if you want successful business, if you want health, that the health part is one that's highly disputed and debated on the channel, especially on the shorts. And my answer to that is really until you get it. If you want a successful, for example, hypnosis business, because here we're on a hypnosis channel, you want to do it until next week, a few months. How long are you going to do it? Or is this something that you truly, truly desire? And I think the number one reason why people don't achieve what they want to achieve is because they don't decide. The decision is really lacking. It takes as long as it takes to achieve it in business, in health. For health, for example, so let's just say you got sick. Are you going to wallow into it? Or are you going to find ways to make yourself? You have one life. You're going to make ways to feel better. Grab for ways to feel better. Right? I'm not saying, because a lot of people say, I'm lying to myself. What? Some guy commented on the short that, so what? I just imagine myself healthy and don't do my what do you call it? My medicines. No. Nobody is saying that. But if you're sick, listen to your doctor. But at the same time, you want to help it along. You want to grab for ways to feel good. It'll work either way. Like if you want to feel good, you'll find ways to feel good. If you want to feel worse and worse, you'll find ways for that. It's up to you. That energy in motion, that emotere, is going to respond to your what you constantly think over and over. Same with wealth. How long does it take to have a successful business? Well, I have a successful business now. Remember when I talked about earlier about you're happy now? Can you close your eyes and be happy tomorrow? No, because tomorrow hasn't come yet. Were you happy now? And then you probably be happy tomorrow too, because that's where your focus is. So it takes as long as it takes until you achieve it. What are the steps and what are the things mentally and physically that you need to do to achieve where you want to go? So that's my answer to it.
It's interesting. One thing I get a kick out of, okay, again, we get all these comments and complaints. I didn't create the law of attraction, guys, okay? I show how it works. But the thing is, you say you want to be healthy, okay? Let's say you're sick, you have a disorder or whatever, you want to be healthy. So somebody will try it for a week and they'll try it for a week, okay? When you try something,
gives you permission to fail.
You're setting yourself up to fail, okay? I tell people, here's a pen, it's sitting on a table, okay? Try to pick it up. You can't. I'm trying. Either you pick it up or you don't, okay? What is it? Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. Okay. So trying, you're setting yourselves up to fail. So the thing is, you want to be healthy, focus on being healthy, feel better, act better. Now, there's a lot to it because you have to be in that frequency and stay there. You have to be healthy mentally, emotionally, everything. So what happens is they'll try it for about a month and they'll say, this doesn't work. They'll get angry and they go back to being sick. Why? Because the emotion that they have now when they say it doesn't work, the frequency is sickness, which is a lot stronger because you're bringing that emotion to it. So the thing is,
Oh
you
man,
want
and
to
when
be,
you're emotional about something,
yeah.
it's like a powerhouse. It'll hit you, whatever you focus on.
So if you want to be healthy,
Yeah.
why quit? The key is you want to be healthy. If it comes
You are
tomorrow,
healthy.
next week, next
Yeah.
year, you want to be healthy, right? Why would you give up? You want to be wealthy. What are you going to say? Heck with it. I want to stay poor. You're going to get more of that. The problem is when you don't see something, when you don't physically see the goal, conscious, remember the five senses, you have to see it. If you can't touch it, see it, feel it, you don't believe it's going to happen. Well, we're
Hmm.
talking about bringing things from the fourth dimension, from the subconscious, which is imagination. It's so you need to have the faith. It's kind of like I live up in Maine. Okay. This is way up top, almost in Canada. Okay. So I live up in Maine.
Canada.
Yes, that is part
Hey.
of the United States.
Mhm.
And I want to take all my kids, I got 6 kids, to Florida, to Disney. Okay. Now, I want to take them. It's going to take, let's say, 4 days of driving if I want to still have my wits about me by the time I get there. So 4 days of driving. If I don't want, I took the kids to Disney, but we flew. But let's say I was driving. I bought my tickets. Okay, we're going to stay at the Animal Kingdom. Okay, so I bought my tickets. I have, all the reservations, all the different places we're going to go. Everything is all set and paid for. So I can't touch it. I can't see it. It's way over there, but I know I took somebody's word for it that it's taken care of. So I get the kids in the van and we start driving down. And of course, we're singing songs and talking about what we're going to do for the first day. Towards the end of the first day, I got to go bathroom. I got to go bathroom. I got to go, so like with little kids, you're stopping every 5 minutes and don't make me come back there. But he's pulling my hair. So I know you're getting a little frustrated. Okay. So now you go to bed, get up next morning from the hotel and you keep on driving. The second day, the singing has stopped. Okay. And the kids are playing their little game, punch buggy and all these different things and, arguing and this is going to be a long ride. So the third day, I'm gray. I wasn't when I started. Okay. So you're driving and the kids are getting, Dad, I want to go home. Can we do something else? Can we stop over here? Oh, can we go see the world's largest bale of hay and all this stuff, Now, come the fourth day, okay, we're down, let's say in the, I don't know, below, let's say in the Carolinas. We're almost there. You're pulling the hair out of your head. Now I'm not gray. I'm bald. Okay. If I'm pulling the hair out of my head, am I just going to say, okay, this isn't going to work. We're going to turn around and go home. And that's what a lot of people do. It's right there. Okay. You only have another day to go. Because if I take it one more day, boom, we're there. The kids can go out and play. I can lock myself in my room and go sleep, sleep, sleep. You can enjoy yourself. You made it. And that's what happens. So how long does that take? It takes as long as it takes. Or another quick example, I have $2 million in a briefcase. I tell you, I want you to walk down Route 66, which is that long road going across the country. And somewheres on that road, this briefcase will be sitting right in the middle of the road for you. It's yours. No one else will take it. But you don't know where it is. You start walking 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You don't know where it is. Are you going to keep on walking until you find it? Or are you going to give up? And that's what happens. People, when the tough gets going, they quit. They
Reminds
quit.
me of that story, 3 Feet from Gold,
Oh, in the
right? Because
what was
Napoleon
that?
Hill's book, is it?
Napoleon Hill.
Yeah,
Think and
yeah.
Grow Rich. Yeah.
That's what happened there, and there's no really telling what it says. There's no really telling what fortunes or success, gold, we may miss out on by quitting just a bit too early. Yeah, and I'm saying, I'm thinking the same thing. When you do something, how long does it take until you get it? Keep
But
going.
remember,
That's what
when
you
you
truly
place,
want, though, because
yeah,
a lot of people have an idea about what riches are, or whatever, because they see it on TikTok or on Instagram. There've been lots of people and proven facts that a lot of those accounts showing and displaying of wealth are fake. So don't
Mhm.
look at that. Think about what you truly want.
So ultimately, when you place your
Mhm.
order, when you focus on what you want and imagine it, remember everything happens now. That order has been created and delivered, and it's there waiting for you. So it's there. It's like the
Mhm.
briefcase full of money is sitting on the street for you. Your reservations have been made. So the universe did its part. Now you need to go there and pick it up. How do you do that? By focusing on it, imagining on it, living it, and being in frequency with it. So making it part of your
And walk
life
towards it.
until
Walk
it's there.
towards it.
And what's that?
Walk towards it. Walk, walk,
Walk
walk.
towards it.
Action,
Walk
action. Take
towards the
action.
light. No, don't do that.
No, 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 not that. Don't do that.
So that's what we have for you. Just telling you a little bit about what the law of attraction is, how it works. And if you have any successes or experiences or things that you could share that people would like to hear to
Mhm.
give them inspiration, please leave it in the comments below this video. So after people watch this, and they will, okay, they could read what you have to say, and it could probably be the difference between them making it and giving up on their dreams. That's very important. So, with that, you got any last words, Rolica?
Oh, I hope that this helps you answer some of the questions when it comes to the infamous law of attraction. We try to explain it best way we can. And that's it. I hope this helped.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks
Thank
for
you guys.
watching.
Thanks for being here and watching.
Please share this with your friends. Let them know about it because there's somebody out there that probably wants to get something, health, wealth, So, anyone you know that's looking at moving ahead, this can help them. So, share it with them. And don't forget to subscribe because we're wishing on it. So, you have to do it. Okay. And we'll
And
see you in
click
the
on the
next
bell.
video.
Click on the bell. Bye.
Bye bye.